Starting off this countdown, we have Andy Cohen. In 2015, Andy Cohen first admitted to having a Tinder account. He told People magazine that he was using it to meet people in New York, but he said that he was struggling. Turns out though, he actually got kicked off the platform a number of times. In 2019, on his SiriusXM show, he revealed that he was kicked off a number of times for people thinking that he was an impersonator. I mean, it's true. Like, how do you know it's the real Andy Cohen and not just a catfish? Moving on at number 9, we have Laverne Cox. In 2018, the Orange is the New Black actress revealed that she was using Tinder, and that's actually how she met her boyfriend of 8 months. However, they now have sadly parted ways. But according to sources, as soon as they broke up, Cox was back on Tinder swiping for some new love. She said, and I quote, "I feel like if you want to date, you have to be on the apps. You have to be on the apps to be in the game." What do you guys think about that statement? Let me know in the comments below. In our 8th spot today, we have Hilary Duff. I for sure would think that I'm being catfished if I was on Tinder and then Hilary Duff pops up. Like, there's no way. But it's true. Hilary was on Tinder for quite some time before meeting her now husband, Matthew Coma. Hilary claims that it all started out as a joke with her and her girlfriends. She said, and I quote, "In my life, I've always had really serious boyfriends. I've always met people through work, and I've never been on a blind date." So she decided to change things up and give Tinder a go. In fact, her music video, Sparks, features some of her actual matches from Tinder. But she ended up quitting the app after being rejected by 7 men in an anonymous dating challenge. Yikes, that's gotta hurt. Moving on to number 7, we have Chase Crawford. Gossip Girl here. Looks like our very own Nate Archibald was trying to find love on Tinder. I feel like matching with him would be any girl's dream. And apparently, he's not just on Tinder. No, he was on a number of dating apps. In an interview with UK's Now magazine, the star revealed that he has a number of secret profiles that people don't know about. The question is he looking for a real relationship or a casual hookup? Coming in at number 6, we have Katy Perry. Back in 2014, way before getting with Orlando Bloom, Katy Perry revealed that she was actively swiping on Tinder. In an interview for Power 105.1 radio station, she was asked if she was single. People were wondering if she was still with John Mayer. But Katy responded with, and I quote, "Yes, I am. I'm really deep on Tinder, so I don't have a whole lot of time." I feel like every guy that came across her profile must have swiped right on her. I mean, why wouldn't you? I swear, I'm just gonna sign up for Tinder just so I can match with celebrities. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with Eminem. Believe it or not, but Eminem was using Tinder for quite some time. Back in 2017, Eminem revealed that he was having trouble dating since breaking up with his wife, Kim. He admitted that he had gone on a few dates, but nothing was too serious. The interviewer then asked where Eminem likes to meet people, and he admitted to using Tinder, but he said that nothing has come of it. Yet! Ladies, get on there! Is he seeing anyone? I don't know. In our 4th spot today, we have Florence Welch. English singer Florence Welch from Florence and the Machine revealed in 2018 that she was looking for some love on Tinder. In fact, someone who came across her account screenshotted it. Her bio was as so: deeply domestic, but also high stress with no middle ground. Hugely exposed, but deeply hermity. Too many candles burning in my house to be safe. It's interesting, that's for sure, caught my attention. It kind of gives you an insight on what kind of person she is. Sadly, I don't think that she has had much success so far, but who knows? Moving on to number 3, we have Zac Efron. I swear, if I got matched with Zac Efron on Tinder, I would absolutely die. Like, High School Musical was my jam when I was younger. Honestly, it still is. Love that movie. Anyways, apparently, Zac Efron was on Tinder in 2016, but had absolutely no luck, which is shocking. In an interview, he said, and I quote, "Amazingly, when I signed up for Tinder, nobody swiped me. They thought my profile was fake." But Efron recently broke up with his girlfriend after less than a year of dating. So, everyone download Tinder and start swiping, because maybe he'll make a reappearance and give it a go once more. Coming in at number 2, we have Lindsay Lohan. In 2013, Lindsay Lohan revealed that she was on Tinder after coming across her brother's account. So she took a screenshot of his profile and added it to her Instagram. She captioned it, "Look who I just found on the @Tinder app. hey bro, but by doing so, it exposed that she was also using Tinder. Nonetheless, must have been pretty awkward for her to come across her brother's account. Like I guess Tinder doesn't have like a rule where you can put in your siblings' information so you don't have to see them pop up, because that's just awkward. Ugh. Especially if you're doing it in private and you don't want your sibling to know that you're on it. Anyway, and in our number 1 spot today, we have Chelsea Handler. Chelsea Handler exposed herself big time when being interviewed by Tinder's co-founder and CEO, Sean Rad. She said, and I quote, "I'm not really looking for a boyfriend on Tinder." She went on to say that she's using it only to hook up with guys that she'll never have to see again. She went on to say that the app is especially handy when she's traveling the world and needs a last-minute booty call. She said, and I quote, "I like to hook up, so when I go to London or New York, or if I'm out of town and I want, I'll do that. I'm on Tinder and all that stuff. I'm a regular person." Hell yeah, Chelsea! No shame in your game. Go get it, girl!
In at number 10, Madonna and Tupac. This relationship was super low-key, but it did happen, and two of the biggest musical legends dated back in their heyday. Madonna and Tupac dated for over a year until the late rapper ended things with a letter written from prison in 1995 that later went public when it went up for auction. In that letter, Tupac admitted he needed to break up with her because he felt by being with a white woman, he was letting down the black community. The letter ended up being sold for more than $170,000. The letter is dated January 15th of 1995 and is addressed to his ex, Madonna, or M as he would call her. In the letter, he wrote, quote, "For you to be seen with a black man wouldn't in any way jeopardize your career. But for me, at least in my previous perception, I felt due to my image, I would be letting down half of the people who made me what I thought I was." And number 9, Kaylee Cuoco and Johnny Galecki. These co-stars' characters were in a relationship during the hit show The Big Bang Theory. But a little known fact is that the actors dated in real life at the same time, but they kept it hidden for the sake of the show. Kyoko revealed that they were together for 2 years, from 2007 to 2009, in an interview with CBS watched in 2010. She said, quote, "It was a wonderful relationship, but we never spoke a word about it and never went anywhere together. We were so protective of ourselves and the show and didn't want anything to ruin that." However, Cuoco revealed that the secret nature of their relationship is also the reason that it ended, because it took a toll on their bond. She added, quote, "Everyone was always asking and we denied, she revealed, and I'm like, why am I denying this person that I love?" In at number 8, Renee Zellweger and Bradley Cooper. Both of these celebrities have been in high-profile relationships in the past, but for some reason the relationship between them was kept a secret until their split. Back in 2009, they dated after filming Case 39 together. They never publicly confirmed their relationship, but we were all pretty sure it was happening because they were seen being snapped by paparazzi out and about. It ended up being a good thing that they didn't go public though, because not long after the pair announced that they split. In 2011, it was reported that the relationship ended, even though they never even confirmed it in the first place. In at number 7, Helen Mirren and Liam Neeson. This is another celebrity couple that is not only a bit shocking, but it was kept a secret while the pair were together. The pair first met while filming the movie Excalibur in the early 80s, and you may be surprised to hear that they spent almost 5 years together. Thankfully, the pair ended things amicably and have said only kind things about each other since the split. Mirren spoke about the relationship on the Grant Norton Show in 2018. She said, quote, "We didn't date. We lived together for 4 years. We were a serious item for a while. Lucky me." And at number 6, Cher and Tom Cruise. Another very shocking relationship was between Cher and Tom Cruise. The pair never admitted it while they were together, but Cher revealed the secret to the Daily Mail in 2018. The relationship happened back in the 80s after the pair reconnected at an event. Cher said, quote, "A bunch of people who were dyslexic were invited to the White House. Tom and I are both dyslexic. We didn't go out till way later, but there was definitely a connection there. Back in 1985, he was 23 and she was 38. The pair first met at Madonna and Sean Penn's wedding in Malibu, but it wasn't until their next meeting at the White House when they really connected. She later told Oprah Winfrey that they might have enjoyed a great big romance had their busy schedules not kept them apart. Halfway number 5, Sandra Bullock and Ryan Gosling. Before Ryan Gosling was with Eva Mendes, he and Sandra Bullock dated for over a year if you can believe it. And the relationship was pretty secretive for two A-list stars. In 2002, the pair dated for a little over a year after filming by Numbers together. They never confirmed their relationship while it was happening, but in 2011 Gosling told The Times that Bullock was one of his quote greatest girlfriends ever. Bullock also sung his praises and said he helped her become a more laid-back person, she said in one interview. And at number 4, Jamie Foxx and Katie Holmes. After Katie Holmes' strained relationship with Tom Cruise ended, she got into a relationship with Jamie Foxx that wasn't made public until several years later. It's been reported that the couple first got together since at least 2013, but didn't go public until 2017 after being together for 4 years. Many fans felt the secrecy was not just planned by the couple, it was actually forced by Tom Cruise. After Tom and Katie's divorce, sources revealed that one stipulation of their divorce settlement was that Katie was not allowed to publicly date anyone for at least 5 years after. That rumor has never been proven, but since the announcement, Jamie and Katie had been happily showing off their PDA. Maybe that's because they were silenced for so long. The pair split in 2019, a source said, quote, "Jamie was disappointed, though we understood she needed more of a commitment." And at number 3, Jennifer Grey and Matthew Broderick. These two starred as brother and sister in the hit movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off. They portrayed their hatred for each other so well, I was shocked to hear that the pair actually dated back in the day. The pair started dating after making the hit movie, but kept their relationship low-key because they thought people might think it was strange. However, their relationship came to public attention after the couple was involved in a fatal car crash while vacationing together in Ireland in 1987. Sadly, both passengers in the other car passed away as a result of the crash. Broderick was found to be at fault for the accident, and Grey suffered minor physical injuries. She later said she also struggled for years to recover emotionally from the incident. The trauma from that accident led to their split. And at number 2, Scarlett Johansson and Sean Penn. After Scarlett had a very public divorce from Ryan Reynolds, she decided to leave her relationships out of the spotlight for good. That's why her romance with Sean Penn was kept under wraps. Given how famous she is, it's hard to believe that she managed to keep an entire relationship with another A-list actor a secret. But she did just that when she dated Sean Penn in 2011. According to Johansson, they quote, "spent time together for about 6 months. I guess that's her way of saying it was a pretty casual affair." She added in a 2012 interview with Vogue, quote, "I never put a title on it really, but we were seeing each other." And even though it didn't last, the pair still remained friends. And finally, number 1, Cole Sprouse and Lily Reinhart. These two played love interests in the hit show Riverdale, and like we see often with celebrity relationships, this pair's acting led into real life, and we assume that they started dating. Although they never made it official, it was obvious to anyone who was paying attention. It's rumored that they started dating sometime in 2017. The pair got in tons of drama too, and apparently were very on and off. One time, Cole was even accused of cheating on Lily with model Kaya Gerber. Then in 2020, Cole officially announced their split on Instagram, writing in a long caption, quote, "Lily and I initially separated in January of this year, deciding to more permanently split in March. And what an incredible experience I had. I'll always feel lucky and cherished that I had the chance to fall in love. I wish her nothing but the utmost love and happiness moving forward. All I'll say about it is anything else you hear doesn't matter." Starting off this countdown, we have Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher. This celebrity couple met on set of That 70s Show. They were a couple on screen and eventually off screen as well. In fact, Mila said that her first real kiss was with Ashton Kutcher, and now they're happily married with 2 kids, Wyatt and Dimitri. But I'm sure you have heard about the controversy recently involving them and their kids. While appearing on an episode of Dax Shepard's Armchair Expert podcast, the topic somehow got onto bathing, and they revealed that they weren't too concerned on bathing their kids. Mila said, and I quote, "I wasn't that parent that bathed my newborns." Kutcher continued on saying, and I quote, "If you can see the dirt on them, clean them. Otherwise, there's no point." This caused an uproar, and people started hating on the couple for not taking care of their kids properly. I personally love the two. It's cute how they went from dating in the show to dating in real life to then getting married. And honestly, they are great people and parents from what I can see. Moving on at number 9, we have Katy Perry and Russell Brand. This relationship had toxic written all over it. So the pair first met at the MTV Video Music Awards in 2008. After 3 months of dating, Brand proposed to Katy while vacationing in India. But this relationship had a number of problems. Apparently, they would get into fights about everything, from her partying to when they were going to have children to his stand-up jokes. You get it. Not only that, but apparently Brand was often jealous of Perry's success and felt like he was living
living in her shadow. In Katy Perry's Part of Me documentary, it showed her curled up and crying in her dressing room on a number of occasions after having fights with Brand. Katy also called him controlling. In the end, Brand broke it off with her through a text message and said that his relationship with Katy was boring and compared it to being on a diet of white rice. That's rude. So people were open to the relationship at first, but as months passed, they were not here for it at all. They didn't like how they got married so fast and knew he didn't treat her the best. Moving on to number 8, we have Aaron Taylor Johnson and Sam Taylor Johnson. Now the reason why this couple received so much hate is because of their age difference. So the pair met on set of the film Nowhere Boy in 2008. Aaron played the lead and Sam was the director. A year later, the two were engaged. But Aaron was 18 at the time that they met and Sam was 42. With a 24-year age gap, fans were thinking the worst about Sam and her intentions with Aaron. Years later, the couple are still going strong. In fact, just recently they both got tattoos on the left side of their chest with each other's name on it. So, suck it haters, sorry, but this pair is here to stay. In our 7th spot, we have Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. Talk about a controversial relationship. This relationship had drama written all over it. So apparently the two first got together in 2012 while Kim was still in the middle of getting her divorce with Chris Humphries all figured out. Then in December of 2012, Kim revealed that she was pregnant and the two were expecting their first child together. Fast forward to now. The pair now has 4 children together and their marriage is rocky. According to the Keeping Up with the Kardashians show, the pair have been fighting for a while. From fights over Kim refusing to give Kanye a band-aid, to Kanye feeling neglected, to him not liking her Met Gala dress, saying it's far too revealing, you name it. They would fight several times a day, but the final straw apparently was a couple months ago when Kanye started acting more erratic. He accused Kim and Chris on Twitter and exposed that him and Kim were contemplating having an abortion when she was pregnant with Northwest. Honestly, people were concerned about the relationship and their clashing egos from the start. And rumor has it that Kim was preparing the divorce papers since 2018. Moving on to number 6, we have Nick Jonas and Priyanka Chopra. Another very attractive couple, but they have received a lot of hate. The pair first started talking in 2016 after Nick slid into her Twitter DMs. How romantic. But it took 2 years before the two made it official in May of 2018 after confirming that they were dating. After just 2 months of dating, yes, 2 months, Nick proposed. By December of that year, they were married. No one was expecting that. It all happened way too fast. In fact, some people believe that they aren't even a real couple. It's all just for show. They also have received hate for their age gap. Priyanka is 36 and Nick is 26. Again, love is love despite age, but whatever. Not only that, people think they married each other just to boost their brands. But what do you think about the relationship? Are you here for it or not? We're now at our 5th and halfway mark with Beyonce and Jay Z. I think people hate this pair because they think that Beyonce can do way better, especially after Jay Z admitted to cheating on her. Like, you're with Beyonce! She's gorgeous and talented, why would you ever cheat on her? Anyways, the pair seemed to hit a rough patch in 2014 after Beyonce's sister got in a fight with Jay Z and punched him in an elevator after the Met Ball. The footage was soon leaked and people were like, ooh, what did Jay Z do? Later it was revealed that the fight was because of Jay Z's affair with Rachel Roy. People were like, Beyonce doesn't deserve this. No one cheats on our queen. And that's why people don't like them together. Moving on to number 4, we have Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber. Okay, here we go, folks. Hardcore Jelena superfans were outraged when Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin got together. For them, Hailey was getting in the way of Justin and Selena getting back together. They just refused to accept that they both have moved on. Apart from the Jelena shippers, others aren't too fond on how Justin treats Hailey. In April of 2021, Justin and Hailey were caught by the paparazzi going to a cafe. When they arrived, Justin gets out of the car and then slams the door in Hailey's face. Awkward. Another time, the pair were on Instagram Live together, and he told Hailey to back off and stop touching him after she gave him a hug. So people were getting snappy, saying the two are not a good pair for each other, that he needs to treat Hailey better. In our 3rd spot today, we have Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello TKO. I think most of the hate that this couple receives is from die-hard Mendes fans that are mad that he's taken because they thought that they had a shot with him. Anyways, the pair were first photographed together at the 2015 VMAs. They then met again the same year at the iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas. And that's when she went into his dressing room to say hi and talk. The cuties made it official in, I believe, 2019. And they are apparently still going strong. But the pair did receive some backlash in February of 2021 when Mendes posted a picture of Camila on Instagram for Valentine's Day. In the photo, he was kissing her foot, and the comments on this photo were harsh. They were calling him disgusting and their relationship cringy. Yikes. In our second spot, we have Dax Shepard and Kristen Bell. Honestly, my mom and dad. They're both talented actors and they're hilarious. But unfortunately, the pair has received their fair share of hate. First off, the two are very open about their relationship. In September of 2020, the two shared a story and photo on Instagram that had a lot of people shocked. It shows him and Belle in a car and she's bent over a bottle. Turns out, she was actually peeing in this bottle. Which, I mean, for a girl to do, that's hella impressive. He captioned the photo on Instagram and I quote, "The most important part of this photo isn't that my bride at Kristen Annie Bell is peeing in the car. It's that the car is 36 hours old. So much disrespect that I almost have to respect it." People were like, okay, why would they tell us this? TMI. Belle went on to explain that she doesn't F with public restrooms during a pandemic. Then we have the beer controversy. Dax was struggling with his addiction on and off. So he doesn't drink beer, but he does enjoy a good old non-alcoholic beer. Apparently, they let their daughters drink it too. I know it's non-alcoholic, but their kids are 6 and 8, and it doesn't seem like the most appropriate thing for them to be drinking. So people got mad at them for that as well. And of course, they also admitted that they don't regularly bathe their kids as well. I mean, I love them together, screw the haters. And in our number 1 spot today, we have Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly. They are a good looking couple, not gonna lie. But their behavior at the VMAs on September 12th was just downright cringy. It all started during Megan's interview with Entertainment Tonight. She was talking about Machine Gun Kelly and how he helped pick out her outfit. She said, he was like, "You're gonna be naked tonight." And I was like, "Whatever you say." She then continued on, calling him daddy, and then said, "Whatever daddy says." That's not all though. The interviewer asked her if the two would be collaborating in Machine Gun Kelly's future music videos. And she said, and I quote, "He's not allowed to have other hoes in his music videos. It's the queen or nothing." Alright then. Then of course the two were all over each other during the event, touching and kissing each other, you name it. Another cringy moment for the pair was when Megan posted a photo of herself on Instagram from their Airbnb the two were staying at. The caption was, "When I tell you that the table at this Airbnb saw some things." Machine Gun Kelly replied with, "I'm glad that's not our table." So we all know what they did on that table, okay? But come on, we don't need to know about it. And at number 10, Scott Disick and Amelia Hamlin. Following his breakup from Sophia Richie, Scott Disick has a new girlfriend, who is even younger than his last one. The 37-year-old Keeping Up with the Kardashians star revealed a few months ago that he was officially dating 19-year-old Amelia Hamlin, daughter of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Lisa Rinna. A source said about their relationship, quote, "He's been telling friends how much she means to him and how into her that he is." And when asked about the 18-year age gap, apparently the couple doesn't feel the age difference. The source added, quote, "She grew up in the industry and knows how all this works. It's a different type of maturity, and they don't really feel the age difference." And I'm happy for them, but I do think it's odd that he dated 2 people when they were 19 years old back to back. And at number 9, Woody Allen and Soon-Yi. So this couple does not only have a large age gap, they also have a very controversial start. Woody Allen started seeing Mia Farrow in 1980, and Farrow had 14 children, including adopted daughter Soon-Yi, who would later marry Allen. In 1992, after 12 years of being together, Farrow found nude photos of Soon-Yi, who was 21 at the time, in Allen's house. When confronted by Farrow, Allen, then 57, said that he had slept with Soon-Yi for the first time 2 weeks before. In August of 1992, Allen released a statement that he was in love with Soon-Yi, and then later in 1997 they got married and have been together since. So there's a lot of weirdness with this one, not just the 35-year age gap. And at number 8, Hugh Hefner. The Playboy mogul was known for his relationships with young women that were decades younger than him. He famously dated 3 women at the same time during the show Girls Next Door, when he dated Holly Madison, Kendra Wilkinson, and Bridget Marcourt at the same time. Hefner married a total of 3 times, and a crazy fact was that his first divorce happened 27 years before his 3rd wife was even born. In 2012, Hefner married his last wife, Crystal Harris.
actress. She was 26 at the time, which was 60 years younger than the 86-year-old Hefner. And when they were together, Crystal was decades younger than Hefner's children with his first wife, as many of Hef's kids were in their 60s, while Crystal was in her 30s. And at number 7, Michael Douglas and Catherine Zeta-Jones. Back in 1996, during the Duval Film Festival, friends introduced Catherine Zeta-Jones and Michael Douglas to one another, and after that coincidental meeting, the two would later marry in 2000. The pair has a large age gap of 25 years. Even crazier though is that they actually share the same birthday of September 25th. Douglas is 76, while Zeta-Jones is 51, and the pair are still going strong after 20 years of marriage. Douglas and Zeta-Jones have 2 children together. Dylan was born 3 months after the two married in 2000, and another followed 3 years later. So even though the gap is large for this pair, they are very much in love. And at number 6, David Foster and Katharine McPhee. David Foster first met his wife Katharine McPhee during season 5 of the show American Idol, where he was a mentor. According to Harper's Bazaar, the two did not confirm their relationship until their engagement in 2018, which was not long after his divorce from model Yolanda Hadid. So this is another one with a really big age gap of 34 years, with David being 71 and Katharine being 37. Something that probably adds a layer of awkwardness onto this one though is the fact that Katharine is actually older than a few of David's daughters with his first wife. Foster said about their age difference, quote, "Look, we have haters on social media and there's not a person around that's not going to make some comment about the age difference. But there are so many things that can bring a marriage down, and one of them is age difference, but that's our only problem." Halfway at number 5, Florence Pugh and Zach Braff. Florence Pugh has been very vocal about her disdain for people that judge her for her age gap relationship with actor Zach Braff. Florence is 25 and Zach is 46. When asked about their gap, she said, quote, "I have the right to hang out and be with and go out with anyone I want to. I've always found this part of what people do really bizarre. I'm an actor because I like acting and I don't mind people watching my stuff, but people have no right to educate me on my private life." Continuing, quote, "I'm 24 and I can't choose who I love. There's a reason why I'm not with someone my age. It hasn't worked. So who are you trying to match me up with?" Florence also addressed this topic after she received hate for wishing her boyfriend a happy birthday on her Instagram, saying that she was forced to turn off the comments after she got tons of hate. And at number 4, Celine Dion and Renee Angelil. The music legend actually got married to someone that she had known since she was only 12. Celine's manager, Renee Angelil, has managed her since she started her career at the age of 12. However, years later, when Dion was 18, her feelings started to change and they started dating. The pair ended up getting married when Celine was 26 and he was 52. And even though many people had doubts about their relationship, even Celine's family, they had a long and happy marriage. They wed in 1994, had children together, and stayed together until Angelil passed away from cancer at age 73 in 2016. And at number 3, Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis was married to Demi Moore from 1987 to 2000, but after their split, he found love again with Emma Hemming in 2008. They started dating and got married in 2009 when Willis was 54 and Hemming was 32. Their age difference was very scandalous at the time, along with how much Hemming looked like a younger version of Demi Moore. Moore actually attended their wedding. The Daily Mail said at the time that Hemming, quote, "looks very much like Willis's first wife Demi Moore, just 16 years younger," adding that Hemming was only a few years older than Demi Moore's husband at that time, Ashton Kutcher. There was also a considerable 16-year age gap between that pair. And at number 2, Dennis Quaid. Dennis Quaid got married to PhD student Laura Savoy in October of 2019. The couple has a 39-year age gap. When talking about their age gap, Quaid said that he is not fazed, saying about the relationship, quote, "I didn't go out looking for an age gap or someone really younger than me. I met her at a business event and then the relationship developed." However, it does seem to be a trend with Quaid because his last partner was 32 years younger than him. And finally at number 1, Lionel Richie. Lionel Richie and his girlfriend set the internet ablaze when people started to realize how large of an age gap that they had. Lionel Richie and girlfriend Lisa Prigi have a 40-year age gap between them, with him being 71 while his girlfriend is 31. Online, the reaction was a mix of support and hate towards the couple. One user wrote, quote, "Lionel Richie with his new bae, he's 71 and she's 30, love wins." However, some other people pointed out that he is old enough to be her grandfather, and pointing out how when he was 40, she was just born. The pair have been dating since 2014, and honestly I was shocked to hear that Lionel Richie is 71. He looks phenomenal. I thought he was in his 50s from seeing him on American Idol.
Starting off this countdown, we have Meg Ryan, Dennis Quaid, and Russell Crowe. Meg Ryan was married to Dennis Quaid for 9 years until she decided to cheat on him with Russell Crowe. This happened while filming the movie Proof of Life with Russell in Ecuador. Somehow, news got out about Ryan and Crow, and Quaid soon filed for divorce. But Ryan turned it around, saying that the divorce was all Quaid's fault, and that he had also been unfaithful during their marriage. In the end, Ryan lost Crow and Quaid, and the movie tanked in the box office. So maybe that's karma. Moving on to number 9, we have Aaron Carter, Hilary Duff, and Lindsay Lohan. Back in the early 2000s, Aaron Carter was quite the heartthrob and ladies' man, catching the hearts of fans and celebrities all around the world. Well, Aaron met Hilary when he guest starred in the Lizzie McGuire Christmas special. If you guys remember that, smash that like button, because I do. Then on his 13th birthday, the pair officially began dating. They were together for almost 2 years when he cheated on her with Lindsay Lohan. In fact, he was two-timing her, so he was dating Lindsay and Hilary at the same time. Now this is what Aaron had to say. I started dating Hilary on my 13th birthday. I was dating her for like a year and a half, and then I just got a little bored. So I went and I started getting to know Lindsay, dating Lindsay. Then I didn't want to do that anymore, so I got back with Hilary. And then I ended up cheating on Hilary with her best friend. That's nothing to smile about, she wasn't even that good looking either. End of quote. I didn't just add that in, he also said that. So he literally got bored and was like, sure, let's fool around with other women. Jeez, Aaron. In our 8th spot today, we have Laura Dern, Billy Bob Thornton, and Angelina Jolie. Honestly, people might hate me for saying this, but Billy Bob Thornton and Angelina Jolie were a hot couple. I'm sorry. Well, Laura Dern and Billy Bob started dating in 1997 while on the set of Ellen. The couple dated for 3 years and even were engaged. But in 1999, he called it quits, and a year later, he married Angelina Jolie. That one's gotta hurt. According to Dern, she said, and I quote, "I left our home to work on a movie, and while I was away, my boyfriend got married, and I've never heard from him again." That is very harsh. Moving on to number 7, we have Alex Rodriguez, Kate Hudson, and Cameron Diaz. Now this dude has dated all the stars, I swear, like Madonna, J-Lo, come on now. Anyways, Kate Hudson and A-Rod dated for 7 months before calling it quits in December of 2009. Just a few months later, Cameron Diaz was seen leaving his house with overnight bags, you guys know what that means. And according to sources, Hudson was not happy with this at all. Maybe this was payback for Hudson hooking up with Cameron's ex-boyfriend, Justin Timberlake, shortly after they broke up. Who knows? But in 2012, it seems like they got over this drama because they were quite chummy with each other at the Academy Awards. In 2013, Diaz referred to Hudson as one of her good friends. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with Sophia Bush, Chad Michael Murray, and Paris Hilton. Now, Chad Michael Murray is one fine man, okay? Let me just say that. And I did not know that he got together with Paris Hilton. Okay, I don't know, I just can't picture them together, you know? But I guess opposites attract. One Tree Hill stars Sophia and Chad ended up having chemistry on and off screen. In December of 2005, they actually got married, but the marriage was very short-lived. 5 months later, they separated. And apparently, Chad was spotted with Paris Hilton. Now, this is where it gets messy. So at the time the two allegedly got together, Paris was dating Nick Carter. Nick's younger brother, Aaron Carter, eventually spilled the tea, saying that Paris cheated on his brother with Chad Michael Murray. So they both cheated on their partners. A year later, Sophia and Chad filed for divorce. In our 4th spot, we have Kristen Stewart, Robert Pattinson, and Rupert Sanders. Now, I don't know if you remember when this drama came out, but I do. And that's because I was a hardcore Twilight fan, and I shipped Kristen and Robert to the moon and back. When I heard she cheated on him, I was so mad at her. Like, she doesn't even know who I was, but I was mad. Anyways, while filming Snow White and the Huntsman, Kristen got with the director Rupert Sanders, and the two were caught kissing in public. Kristen was dating Robert at the time, and Rupert was married to Liberty Ross. Rob and Kristen separated for a bit, then got back together again, only to break up again in 2013, whereas Rupert's wife filed for divorce in 2013. In our 3rd spot today, we have David Spade, Laura Flynn Boyle, and Jack Nicholson. This is a very odd trio, but apparently Jack Nicholson stole David Spade's girlfriend, Laura Flynn Boyle, from him in 1999. According to him, that's what happened. They have been dating for a year when Jack literally asked her out in front of David. Now, David got all defensive, being like, I know you're gonna go out with him anyway. And she was like, no way, he's worse than Trump. Like, no lie, that's what she said. But in the end, the two were spotted together. Actually, they got in a car crash together, and apparently Boyle climbed out of the sunroof and yelled, I have a boyfriend, I can't be here. But she was caught, like literally red-handed. In our third spot today, we have Bella Thorne, her brother, and another Bella. Bella Thorne's brother, Remy Thorne, was dating a girl named Bella Pendergast for 3 years. The pair broke up around 2015. Bella Thorne was dating Greg Sulkin, and when she broke up, she quickly came out as bisexual on her Twitter. A little while later, she was spotted with her brother's ex being a little too close. They shared a number of photos holding hands and kissing, and people were like, is she seriously dating her brother's ex? And yes, the answer is yes, she did. But shortly after, Bella Thorne decided to go after Greg Sulkin's friend, Tyler Posey. Then a month later, she dumped him and was with Charlie Puth. And don't get me started with the whole Tana Modson relationship, okay? That's a whole other mess on its own. And in our number one spot today, we have Olivia Wilde, Jason Sudeikis, and Harry Styles. Now, I must be living under a bus because I love Jason Sudeikis, but I did not know that he was engaged to Olivia Wilde. The pair first met in 2011 and began dating a few months later. In 2012, they got engaged, and in 2014 and 2016, they gave birth to 2 children. But in 2020, the pair announced that they had split. A few months later, Olivia was spotted with Harry Styles after attending a wedding together. They both met during the movie Don't Worry Darling, and some believe that Styles might be one of the reasons as to why the two split. One source said, and I quote, Olivia called off the engagement in early November, but only after she had already gotten close to Harry. The source continued on saying, whether Harry knows it or not, he was the reason for the split, and it blindsided Jason.